The following video shows Matt revealing the scariest thing he has ever experienced in his life. Watch this.
I think I'm crazy. I'm home alone. I'm hearing myself. I hear my own voice. I'm hearing my own voice. I'm telling you, bro. I hear my own... Listen. Listen. Bro, I'm bugging. Yo! 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 What the f***? Yo! Who is it? Yo! What the f***? Yo! That's my voice! What the f***? Mom just got home. Mom, I showed you the video of me hearing my voice. Tell them.
Yes, I've heard his voice before. Somebody imitates it, a ghost or something. I don't know what it is. I'm tired of it though.
Even his mum hears it too, whenever she's at his place and he's not around. The voice is either saying, "Mum, come downstairs," or "Mum, come help me." Some believe this could be a classic case of a spirit mimicking a loved one's voice, a phenomenon often linked to intelligent hauntings, where the entity tries to draw someone to a specific location. And of course, there's the more skeptical explanations pointing towards sound traveling from outside, or the mind filling in what it thinks it hears. But if that were the case, why is it always the same voice speaking the same words in a house where no one is actually calling? A lot of people who reviewed this clip warn that when a voice is that clear, it could mean the presence is strong and possibly aware of its surroundings. Matt is starting to panic, and while he's hoping there's a logical explanation, the pattern is enough to make anyone wonder if something or someone is trying to get his attention, and what might happen if he ever answered. This, like other videos, remains unsolved. This next video was sent by a woman's daughter-in-law after several complaints about the weird things going on in their home. Watch.
Oh my god! We're fucking moving.
According to the daughter-in-law, there's definitely a ghost in the house, but they believe it doesn't mean any harm. In fact, they insist it actually has a sense of humor. Sometimes it tips over an empty cup just to startle them, or flicks the lights off and on like it's playing a game, or turns the radio to an embarrassing song right when guests arrive. It's gotten to the point where they often find themselves laughing before remembering to grab a camera to record what's happening. They are fully aware they're not alone in that house, and surprisingly, they're okay with that idea. So we can only hope that this playful relationship with their resident spirit stays exactly as it is, lighthearted, calm, and free of anything darker. The following clip was recorded by Michael, who owns a vacation home in the Dominican Republic and is now convinced it's haunted. The guest room, in particular, has always made him uneasy. Whenever he visits, it's the one space that feels off. The air inside seems heavier, and the room always seems colder than the rest of the house. Even when the windows are shut, sometimes he notices an odd faint smell, like old wood mixed with something metallic, and he swears the room feels like it's watching him. On the 17th of June 2021, Michael arrived for what was supposed to be a relaxing getaway with his daughter, but this was what he had to deal with every single day. Have a look.
I have a vacation home in the Dominican Republic, and I think my guest room is haunted. Let's go inside. It doesn't look scary. I even have an exercise machine in here. But the two left side closet doors freak me out. Sometimes I find them open. Sometimes I find them closed. But whether the doors are open or closed, I always get goosebumps.
sometimes our bodies pick up on what our eyes can't see, and Michael says he never gets goosebumps anywhere else in the house, only when stepping into the guest room. A lot of people believe that goosebumps in such situations could mean your body is reacting to an unseen presence, or that goosebump is a spirit's way of letting you know it's aware of you. As for the closet, Michael has had it checked repeatedly, and every time he's told there's nothing wrong. No loose hinges, no faulty latch, yet it continues to open the moment someone enters the room and faces it. And you know what they say about a wardrobe that opens or shifts on its own? It's generally believed to be linked to portal theories, the belief that certain spaces act as doorways for entities to pass between realms. The next day, things escalated. Michael didn't just have to figure out how to avoid the guest room, something far worse happened.
Yo, like I said in my other video, my place in the DR is haunted. My girl just screamed that something's grabbing her in the room. And when I get to the room, her arm has like a handprint on it. Let me show you. Like, if you look right there, it's hard to tell because of her complexion. But there's like a handprint there. And all she did was open the, God, I'm getting goosebumps right now. All she did was open the closet door. And she said she felt like something was grabbing her.
This time, it was his daughter's experience that sent chills down his spine. She opened the closet, only for something invisible to grab her arm hard enough to leave a clear handprint. Physical contact like that is often seen as a sign of a particularly aggressive or territorial spirit, where the entity actively interacts with the living, not just passively existing. Others might even label it a poltergeist, known for both physical force and emotional manipulation, or a spirit trying to prevent the person from entering its space, almost as though it's guarding something. But the handprint wasn't the last incident, and sadly, his daughter was targeted again. While Michael was out getting supplies, this happened.
So I was running some errands when I get a call from my girl who tells me someone pushed her in the room and she has a knot on her head and a little cut. So let me tell you what she told me happened and show you her injury. So there's a little nightstand in the room next to the bed, and she said while she was near the closet, that lotion fell, and you can actually see that there's lotion still on the floor. That lotion fell. When she went to pick it up, she's bending over. She felt like someone pushed her, and she banged her head right there. And she has a little scar. Let me show you. She's making me do a close-up of the scar because she doesn't have her hair done. So, as you can see, she has a little scar. She said it was really painful. That window seal is metal. She said it felt like someone pushed her. The door was open.
This time, there was no grabbing, but pushing, hard enough to make it clear that whatever or whoever was in that room wasn't just curious, it was hostile. Grabbing, pushing, and escalating aggression done by spirits capable of multiple forms of physical harm might be either a deeply angry human spirit that suffered in life and now lashes out at anyone invading what it considers its territory, or something non-human entirely, like a demon feeding off fear and tension to grow stronger. But even after all that had happened, Michael's cleaning lady wasn't convinced. She doubted the idea that something was lurking in the closet, until she decided to test it herself. She placed her baby boy's favorite toys inside the closet and took him into the room to see what would happen. Right in front of her, she got all the proof she needed. Watch this.
For those wondering, we put the kid's toy in the closet again to see if he'll go in and get it. He didn't want to. He didn't even want to let go of his mom. As soon as she put him down, he ran away from the door. And that's his favorite chicken. He doesn't go anywhere without it. There's definitely something in that closet. Definitely.
They say children are often more sensitive to the unseen, unclouded by adult reasoning. Some even believe they're born with a second sight that fades over time. And if you take a look at his reaction, the boy stares at the closet door first. Then his expression shifts completely from curiosity to fear.
So I had my cleaning lady's son come over, and she opened the closet door for him. He freaked out and closed the door. He got scared. He didn't want to come back into the room.
Michael is now torn between two options. Part of him wants to sell the house just to escape the constant fear, but another part of him worries if he does, the problem will simply become another family's nightmare. So instead, he's searching for a permanent solution. What do you think is hiding in that closet? And if you were Michael, what would you do? I'd love to hear your thoughts, but for now, this mystery remains very much alive. This next clip was recorded in Chardon, Ohio by Brandy one night as she was heading out to get food. Take a look.
Bro, why is there a paranormal swing here? Me and Jonathan walked over there to get our mail. And, I mean, y'all look at this. It's making this weird squilly noise. The other one's kind of just like moving side to side or some crap. Paranormal swing, y'all. Here in Chardon, Ohio. Kind of creepy.
Now here's the strange part. Brandy says that before she ever decided to film, every single time she passed this spot, she saw the same thing. The swing moving back and forth on its own. It didn't matter if there was wind or no wind at all. And the eeriest part? It was always the same swing, especially the one that creaks. When she posted the video, many viewers pointed out that the noise didn't just sound like rusty chains. It sounded like the faint rhythmic creak you'd hear if someone were actually sitting there, shifting their weight back and forth. Some suggested it could be the spirit of a child who once played there, forever repeating the motion. Others speculated that it might be a residual haunting, a kind of paranormal echo where a moment in time keeps playing over and over, regardless of who's around to see it. A few even took it a step further, claiming the squeak seemed almost purposeful, as if whoever, or whatever, was on that swing wanted to be noticed. Now, Brandy is just hoping whatever is out there doesn't decide to follow her home. But until we hear from others who've experienced the same thing in that exact spot, this one remains unsolved. There's a French saying by George Romero, when there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. And the man in this next clip is starting to believe it. Watch this. How do you explain a refrigerator door opening and closing entirely on its own? The strange part is that it only happens the moment someone steps into the kitchen, almost as if the entity is reacting to their presence. And no, it's not the force of the door swinging back. The door to the kitchen is always wide open. To him, George Romero's saying isn't just a chilling line from a horror film, it's a fact. Someone or something is moving freely through his home, and it's not shy about making itself known. So what do you think? Could this be proof that the dead really do find their way back into our world? Or is there a less terrifying explanation we're all missing? In this next clip, Monique claims there are some paranormal energies in her home, particularly coming from the 4th bedroom, and she managed to catch this on camera one morning.
Just wait. Just wait. What's the drop?
The dogs clearly sense something, and they avoid that room entirely, like there's something or someone waiting inside. The moment Monique posted this clip, the comment section exploded with theories. Some said it could be demons brought in by people she's allowed into her life and home. Others warned it might be a lingering spirit tied to the house itself, or something that's been leeching onto her for years without her knowing. One even claimed the dog's reaction reminded them of cases where animals detect entities moments before a major haunting escalates. Now, Monique doesn't know what to believe, but if the dogs won't even go near that door should she, it seems likely we will never know what's inside that room. For more hunting videos, subscribe to the channel now. Now, this next clip comes from a young couple who recently moved into what they describe as their dream apartment tucked away near the woods. But what really drew them in wasn't the space itself, it was the wildlife. On their very first day, they spotted a fox, a raccoon, a squirrel, and even a stray dog lingering around the area. To the wife, this wasn't just coincidence, she believes it's a good omen. You see, in some cultures, foxes are seen as spiritual protectors, so she's convinced the animals are there to shield them from negative energy. But a few weeks later, while renovations were still underway, she saw something that didn't sit right. Have a look.
Okay guys, so I have this one room that I haven't touched yet. It is my junk room. As you can see, it's on the 3rd floor. We had to break through that to put in heating and whatnot. But do you guys notice, hold on, when I step back, do you see a handprint on that wall, or is it me? Is that a handprint of some kind? Because look, when I go right up to it, I don't see anything. What's going on? What's that?
What you just saw is a single handprint on the wall, but the strange part is that it only appears from a distance and vanishes the moment she steps closer. Now, a vanishing handprint, especially one found inside a home, could mean a spirit is marking its presence, staking its claim, or most times could be a warning. Still, despite everything they've read, the couple refuses to investigate further. They believe that acknowledging the presence could give it more power. And for now, they're relying on the animals they saw as spiritual guardians, so whatever made that handprint might still be there, unbothered and unseen. But whether this is truly protection, or denial masked as faith, is something only time will tell. For now, this one remains a mystery. In this next clip, Yuri and her friend walk into the house and immediately notice something strange. Watch this.
What the f? It's the Mother's Day balloon. What the hell, bro? It's being dragged down the hall. If that shit goes in the sala, I'ma freak out. Bring it to the sala. Bring it to the sala. If you're real, bring it to the sala. Yo, it's like a ghost pulling that balloon right now, Jamie.
It's
She's
turning.
recording it.
It's turning.
If you're real, bring it to the sala. Bring it to the living room.
Didn't you say not to do that because it's like against God?
No, I want to know. The shit is spinning. The balloon is spinning like slowly. Justina's recording it. Justina's, what is happening? It's being
going
pulled down.
It's going towards the side.
No!
No! Oh God!
No!
First, they have no idea how that balloon even got there. It wasn't in the house before, no one brought it in, and the doors were locked, yet somehow, it's just floating there as if waiting for them. But what happens next is even more unsettling. They jokingly tell the balloon where to go, and it moves in that exact direction. Some believe it's an eerie coincidence, others think it's a classic example of paranormal interaction, a spirit using an object to respond, or the balloon might be tied to a specific presence that's either attached to the house or to Yuri herself. Whichever the case, the fact remains, the balloon wasn't theirs, it wasn't supposed to be there, and it seemed to obey commands. If that's not paranormal, then what is? Like other videos, this remains unresolved. For more hunting videos, subscribe to this channel now.